Okay, well, it's okay. So I tried emptying the remaining wax from the candle cup by filling it with Drano. So, because that thing is like an acid or something, so it's sort of yeah. So it looks like the wax kind of flew up, including a little thingy attached to the bottom there that seems to be gone. Now I need to find a way to extract this stuff and put it somewhere without poisoning myself. I'm gonna try with this. Oh yeah, maybe with this. Foam cup. Yeah. How do I? Okay. Yeah. So, looks better than I thought. Wait a minute. I wouldn't say that I'm quite ready to drink from this thing yet, because the Drano is going to kind of like remain sort of on the edges for a little while. But for the moment, I'm just going to keep cleaning this thing. And the Drano really took out the wax from the bottom. Wait a minute, I have thingies, soap pads, that I might be able to remove the burning marks. That's gonna work out pretty well. Yeah, but it still smells a little bit weird, but yeah. So I guess that's pretty much it. Got myself a new cup that at some point in history used to be a candle. Wait, now it's a cup. There you go. It's all done. And still, the smell of Drano doesn't go away. Well, I'm just gonna have to keep rinsing it until it's safe to drink from it. Yeah, so whatever. Okay, well, I filled this thing with coffee over and over again, because coffee will leave the mark. And essentially, you know, pieces of the Drano might get attached to the coffee or something, and it absorbs it, it's taken out. So just gotta make sure that the cup is ready to be drank from without having little bits of Drano attached to it. I think that's no good. I think a last round of coffee might be enough. There's still kind of a smell of laundry detergent or something, but I think it's alright. Anyway, so yeah, I think that's it. Got myself a new cup. Yay! You know, there's one thing I don't understand. I'm going to show you a little bit of an example here. Let's say that you have an object that looks like this, okay? But in order for that object to, okay, let's say this is how it's sold as. When you buy it, it's like this. But for that object to be used for the purpose in which it's going to be used for, there has to be a little hole like that. And so you have an object, another object that is sold separately that has this shape. And this object, let's say this is called A. Object A, that's the name of the thing, metaphorically speaking. So let's say that this is called a machine that is an A hole maker. Because the purpose of this little thingy there is to make the hole in this object to make it useful. And so when you have something like this, people are brainwashed into not seeing what actually makes that thing, but to see it as simply what the description makes it out to be. Something that is made purposely for the objective of creating this hole in this object. And so it seems that, you know, when someone like me or whoever else uses this object for a different purpose, say like you have water and you need the water to flow to a certain point but not further, and you take this object and you put it like this, just so that here, since it goes up like that, the water can accumulate here. Then you have just enough water that you need. It flows up there and not further, and this thing serves its purpose. People start laughing uncontrollably just because, hey, oh my god, he's using the a-hole maker for a purpose other than making a hole in A. And people find that funny, and I just don't understand it. I mean, I've been doing that all the time. I use things for a purpose different from the purpose they were made for. And you know, this kind of looks like a tip, but anyway, and you know, sometimes it works better, sometimes it works less, but I mean, you know, I don't see just because the guys who created this thing like that did it and marketed for the purpose of doing this thing, that if you use this as a random object for a purpose that is different from what it was originally intended for, that I don't see why that's funny. You know, as a kid I was obsessed with objects, and I was like, okay, this object was made purposely for this and should only be used for this, and this object was used for that. I mean, it's like when I make tea, I use a coffee machine, you know, a coffee maker, and I make tea with that, and I put the tea stuff where, you know, people put the coffee grounds, and so I've had visitors who were bending over laughing at this, and like, what's funny? Well, you're using the coffee maker to make tea, and they're laughing and laughing like, so it works. Who the fuck cares? It works. Why shouldn't I use a coffee maker to make tea? But yeah, it's like, you know, yeah, use the a-hole maker to hold water like that. And people are laughing because that's not what the a-hole maker was made for. You know, normal people are weird. You know, normal people are weird. And yeah, whatever. So I'm gonna sleep or something. Good night.